There you are. Let me join us real quick.
Hello again, Laser Brain.
Hello, Laser Brain.
What the hell are we doing here?
Well, a little birdie told me. Well, my laser brain birdie told me that when he tried to make the video public, it just was gone. Just wasn't even there. So we lost about an hour and a half of us
Of
talking.
juicy Liberty nuggets.
Mm-hmm. And that's really disappointing. There
That's
I
life,
am.
man.
Okay, we're good.
That's life. So here we are, trying to recreate the uncreatable. I almost said, just forget it. That's life. It's going to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're going to have a giant hole.
You're like, why didn't they talk about liberty?
Yeah. So here we are again, playing the same old song, Deja Vu.
I'm gonna put my hair up.
And I'm going to whip my hair back and forth.
This is serious. You know what I'm saying?
Not 100%, but all right.
Okay.
So anyways, let me get back to the business that I'd done before. I talked about...
Uh-oh. They'll be okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
They'll get over it.
I'm going to go squeeze them. I was talking about how lazy this artwork was, I think last week or the week before. I was glad to get all the night versions on here. Boy, I just can't read anymore. Can't see. Here's what the disc looks like. Just a big pile of nothing. So that's what I was talking about when I thought somebody didn't care when they were making this. The opposite of somebody cared when they were making the singles.
Mm-hmm.
They did a nice job. Ultra rare tracks.
Ooh.
I think I've mentioned it's because I went and looked for all the old CDs I had boxed up in the garage. So here they are. I'm just showing them. You're not supposed to be dazzled or anything. It's just whatever.
And everybody can feel your fed up energy of having to go through all this again.
These are all ones missed. Well, listen, I'm always happy to talk about Duran.
Mm-hmm. It's just when you've already said stuff, you start thinking like, did I already say that? Or who knows?
I don't know. These are those little tiny discs that were cool for a while. I think I have a Depeche Mode, Enjoy the Silence. It's like 15 minutes long.
Fancy.
That's a beautiful UK one. Look how beautiful that is.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice work on that one. Do you believe in shame?
Uh-huh.
Little teeny tiny in there.
I wasn't super jazzed with that one, but okay. Something.
All She Wants Is. We found out last week it was more.
Somebody's here. I just don't know who.
Well, thank you for coming. Sorry you got to listen to this again if you were here earlier.
Well, they don't have to do anything.
Enjoy.
It's just nice to be
have
someone in the
conversation.
conversation.
With people, if they enter the room, they're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, well.
So those are the things I didn't show or wasn't thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why we're here. And I don't have this. There's no reissue for this, so this isn't a reissue anymore.
Well, meanwhile, the title says reissue, and
well, we'll have to adjust that.
We're just gonna have to roll with it.
There is no reissue of this album. There's this one, this copy here. This is the original CD I bought in 1990. First day, 10 a.m.
Yep.
Give me my Duran. And then there was another one I had, and I don't know where it went, but it's a box set. And a box set just means it's fatter.
Yeah.
And it had the picture of the gorilla, and you could slide his cage open and close and stuff. But I don't know where that went. That was a shame. That was beautiful. But that's the gorilla you would have saw.
By the way, for new content, I didn't read the comment because we were kind of in the flow of conversation, but Ron and a few others confirmed your thing, saying they had the thing where the monkey bars happen.
It's a beautiful set. And Duran doesn't usually do fancy pants like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
So
I like the bottom of that. You see the orange and black stripes with the stars?
Yeah, that's nice, right? Whoever was working on this one, again, did a really nice job.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about these songs, Liberty, and the first single, The Violence of Summer.
I said before,
Love's taken over.
This album started off really good. And I just saw the video for it. That's new. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I like all the circus imagery.
You're talking about Sirius? Because there was no circus imagery in Violence of the Summer.
That's the with the motorcycles and the cool guy jackets.
Yeah.
Sorry, everything kind of mushing together because it was all in
that's
one
life,
sitting.
right?
Mm-hmm. So Violence of Summer, cool leather jackets. It's the violence in summer.
Yeah, this is kind of with the violence of summer. Simon's got some little bit longer hair.
Ron's here.
Hey, Ron,
Hi, Ron.
you feeling some deja vu, sir?
Ron, I said this at the very beginning. You might not have caught it. All the footage was lost from our Liberty thing. He wants to come and do like a brief discussion on it.
We have to put it because we can't have a giant hole where there's no Liberty. Liberty already doesn't get enough respect.
Yeah, and that's the one thing we lost all the footage
So we're
for.
doing double respect. We're
Mhm.
actually doing this again because that's how important Liberty is.
To be fair, I really enjoyed Liberty, so I mean,
So do I.
so
So,
some respect
if
there.
you have any new thoughts on the violence of summer or any juicy nuggets, I think I said this is the first album with official members Warren Cucarulo. Apparently, we just learned that's how you have
Cucurullo?
to say it. No, Cucarulo.
Cucarulo.
Remember, he was on stage in Italy and he said, "This is the only place people can pronounce my name correctly," and I'm a big offender myself because I say Cucarillo, but it's Cucarulo.
Cucarulo.
And Sterling Campbell, official band members, they
Mhm.
get a say. And they say, "Hey, we got some ideas."
Is it live again?
This is live.
Yeah. This
It's
is
just
live.
the other one's lost into
The void.
I'm going to say the annals of time. I got to be careful how I say that word.
Yeah.
I even tried going to the Wayback Machine
Mhm.
in Internet. What the hell is that called? Internet Archive.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, there's a way you can go back because they record everything or something,
Uh-huh.
but without the link, and the link disappears. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how any of that works.
We had a problem
This is the danger of doing a live stream.
because then it could just be gone.
If I pre-recorded and did all the editing and all the post-production,
We
I'd have
have
a
it.
copy of the video,
Mhm.
and it's live. So that's that.
Oh, Ron says he loves us both.
Oh, thank you, Ron.
Nice, nice. And we just had another person join. Once again, I can't see who it is until they message, but
And Ron, can you tell us any juicy tidbits on Dance Deluxe? What are the secret songs? Is there Shadows on Your Side? I don't think we got that question answered.
we did
And Ron
not.
is plugged in.
That was near the end, yeah. So, I mean,
But I know we're going to get it very soon.
what did you think of? Oh, wait. What's the time in America? Well, we're in Arkansas. It is 6:43 p.m.
And that's Central Time Zone. We
Yeah.
are in the Central, so New York would be 7:40.
Yep. Well, I don't think Ron's in America.
No, he's in the UK.
Yeah.
What? You must be getting close to waking up for the morning, right?
Yeah, well, he woke up and was like,
What time is it there, Ron?
he says, no, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Computer, what time is it in the UK?
In United Kingdom, it's 12:44 a.m.
Oh, how can I be so wrong?
Is Ron saying no sorry that I'm not from the UK? Or... I don't know what he was saying no sorry to. I'm sorry,
I don't know. I thought he was.
It's 0.45 in the UK.
Yeah. It's 12:45 a.m.
Yeah.
I think they use the military 24-hour clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
we're too
that.
dumb.
I'm pretty dumb.
We're Americans, so they have to just give us the same thing twice and just
Mhm.
put an AM, PM on it.
Yep.
Any idea what those mean, by the way? How about some Liberty trivia?
AM, PM?
What is PM? What is AM? We know
I
it.
don't
PM
know.
is night.
Let me see what I can
Afternoon.
find.
No, I know. I'm asking you.
Well, how would I know that?
What? You never heard Prime Meridian?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, let's not get upset about it.
Well, sorry.
And
You expect me to...
AM? I have no idea what that means. I forget.
Ron was just going to go to bed, but then he decided to hop on and...
Well, I'm glad you stayed up.
Yeah.
Midnight. That must be a lot of fun in the UK, right?
Yeah. Parties.
Little Johnny in the back streets of the UK tonight,
Mm-hmm.
getting in fights.
Yep.
And one night says, actually sounds, I was thinking about it, I need to go to the UK.
I want to go to the UK.
I'm not going to really get in any fights, but definitely the one night stands.
I work for the NHS. What is that?
NHS, National Health Service?
Maybe? Mayhaps? Once again, we're Americans.
That would make sense. National Health Service would be like healthcare?
Maybe.
Work all night in the ER? Something like that? I don't know. I
Maybe,
don't know the
maybe.
National Health Service. But it sounds important.
Yeah. And that's all that matters.
Well, because it could be.
I'm a laser brain. That sounds important.
Right, I'm a real laser brain.
Mm-hmm.
I lasered my video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he says yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I salute you, sir. My wife is also healthcare professional.
Yep.
Registered nurse.
Yeah.
And right now is saving lives as we speak. As
Yeah.
I sit here and waste time,
She gone.
and you sit here and waste time
I'm not wasting time.
talking about trivia and Duran, people are being saved all over Arkansas.
I never waste time. I would never.
Well, you know what I mean. We're putting importance on it.
Yep.
In my life, this album is very important, but I can see that keeping someone alive is probably more important.
Probably.
So I'm gonna give ups. That's what we say.
Ups.
Respect. What does Ali G say? Mad respect.
Yeah. What did Simon say? It's pretty fly
Yes.
that you're saving
Cool.
lives.
Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Riverbed. Oh, my watch would like to play me some Ali G. How do you like that?
Hey.
That tells you they're listening to everything.
Well, yeah. Remember the other day we weren't even talking. We were talking about Duran, and it was playing like Power Station on your watch or something. It kept doing it. Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It does. Now I understand what it does. It heard
Ron
it
says,
and said
"Thank
it
you. God bless." Oh, that's nice.
to you as well. So, Ron.
Well, you're the one giving mad props over there, so I am too in spirit, but you're the one who was.
I wonder if we could talk. Do you think we could talk to Ron?
I don't know. Do you think Ron wants to talk?
I don't know. To Ron, you want to type or you want to talk? We might be able to get your voice pulled in here.
You keep saying that like I know how to do that.
Well, we could just have him call us. That wouldn't be too difficult,
That's
right?
pretty wild. I don't know about putting your phone number up on a live.
Well, I wasn't going to be putting my phone number up.
Oh,
It'd be
we're not
your
doing
phone
mine.
number. Uh-oh.
It's
Well,
not
Ron,
happening.
you can't do mine because it's busy.
All I can see on here is create a clip. And I guess I'd probably have to do something over there.
No, we really should look into that. People want to talk instead of type. I don't like typing either,
Well, yeah, but you're lame.
to be
so.
honest. That ain't my thing.
Hey, beat after beat. Are you guys live again?
Well, listen, I goofed and killed the video, so it doesn't exist anymore. Only in our hearts for the people that were there. We didn't want to leave a big hole out there where Liberty used to be.
Yeah.
As I'd said, didn't get enough respect, so...
Exactly. So beat after beat, very fast story. We tried putting the video up to public, like we do every time. Video's not there anymore.
Mhm.
An hour and a half just
Mm-hmm.
gone. So, and he wanted to talk about Liberty. We're going to do like a brief little...
So you've heard our thoughts.
Hey, Miss Carpenter's here too.
Oh, Miss Carpenter.
We got our whole squad here.
Fellas, ma'am, lady,
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts on the violence of summer? Do you have any brief statements on when you first heard it?
Also, Ron asked us, did you listen to Neon Fields? And let's be honest.
Neon Fields Fire?
Fire, yeah?
That's what it was called?
No, I think Neon Fields was something else. I think
We
that
couldn't
was-
find that.
No, there were 3 things we were supposed to do.
Right. We couldn't find 2 of them.
We couldn't find the ABBA
Reborn
Yeah,
cover. Couldn't find it.
couldn't find it.
And we couldn't find whatever wasn't Fire.
Yeah, we found Fire.
We did find Fire.
Yeah. We found Fire.
What were your thoughts on Fire?
I liked it, and you said you didn't.
Right. So
I thought it was kind of fun.
that was a little more... I thought maybe they were just going to copy the lick.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little bit of singing. That sort of pounding house music.
Yeah.
It was almost like a remix.
It was a remix.
But then he's only saying over and over the same thing.
Yeah, because it's called Fire.
You know? You liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I also liked the video that went along with it. Was fun.
Yeah, that was interesting, actually. And it's a fun idea, but again, the record of people covering Duran songs,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I'm concerned after hearing Fire, is no one can do it like Duran.
Yeah, well.
Cannot be done. I have yet to hear... Sometimes you hear a cover. I will tell you, Simon Le Bon sings Let's Dance, a David Bowie cover. I've heard him do it twice, and it is better than David Bowie's version. Sorry. Not sorry. It is. Tell me, who does a Duran cover that's better than the original?
Well, supposedly ABBA, but we couldn't find any evidence
Well,
of it.
ABBA Reborn, I couldn't find it.
I really couldn't find it. I looked on YouTube, I looked on the internet, and I was having trouble.
By the way, there's an S ton of ABBA cover bands too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Beat After Beat agrees with you.
So, beat after beat, Ron, Miss Carpenter,
Mm-hmm.
you want to tell us what happened the first time you heard Violence of Summer? Did you hear it when it was new? Did it come later, like Tom in? Why can't I remember? I think he's in Belgium. Did he say?
Tom, I think, is in Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium. He said he came to the party late.
Yeah.
Liberty was his first one.
Mm-hmm. Got it when he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Hopefully. I'm not getting any responses. Oh, right. eBay Dance Macabre box set is now selling for nearly 400 pounds in sterling. What is going on?
So that's way more in U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there different versions of that vinyl? Because I was able to snag a copy very cheap.
Well, there's probably a really fancy one out there.
Well, this thing had 3 records. It had a bunch of pictures. It had mumbo jumbo, and it was about that thick.
Do you think it's easier to get in America than it is in the UK?
I have no idea. I don't understand it. I don't know if maybe the one I'm getting is not numbered. I don't know a thing about
That's
it other than
possible.
I got myself in line, and they certainly took the money. Now, when it comes to record store day, are they going to punk out and go, sorry, we couldn't get it, like Rhino did?
Yeah.
Who knows? It's not, I can't control it. All I can do is try.
So, Beat After Beat says, Violence of Summer. I saw that video when I was playing the bars.
What does he mean playing the bars?
Do you think, when I hear something like that, like a
Musician?
band? Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then Beat After Beat says 400 pounds is over $800 USA.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. We got to do something about that money so we can flip that, okay, Ron?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when something's 500 pounds,
Yeah.
I want it to be like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Like the yen. I see the yen, it's like 100,000 yen. I'm like,
I think that's like 100.
yeah, I don't even know.
Something
But
I kind of learned the trick with that. There's a little trick to figure it out. It's like taking away some of the zeros, and then that's what it is. So when you say 100,000, I think that's 100 because you're giving away the 2 zeros. 100,000, maybe 10. I don't know. It's something like that bit over there.
But so Beat After Beat is a musician. That's exciting.
Big screen at the bar. First time I saw the video.
Wow, that's cool. Well, I saw it on a crappy CRT television. Although I want to tell you, at that time it wasn't that crappy. I had a nice Mitsubishi. Hold on, everybody. It was a 26-inch CRT. First thing I ever bought with my own money.
Mm-hmm.
And it was stereo. And brains were melting when they saw that beauty. I miss that TV.
Beat After Beat is a guitarist and keyboardist.
Oh, I'd like to hear some of that. Where can we hear that?
I'm sure he has it on his YouTube channel.
Do you think I should, for everybody who's sticking with us and doing this again, do you think I should bring out the most important album that's ever been made?
What is it?
Oh, you're interested too.
Oh, well, I'll go to bed, but I mean, if I'm here, I'll ask you.
Well, it's actually the most important album that was ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Music put down that is so good that people don't even deserve to hear it.
Oh, well.
Should I show you?
Oh, are you referring to your album?
I am.
Okay.
Can you believe it?
Uh-huh.
And I think there's only like 5 copies in the world.
You gonna use this to plug your own?
There's no plug because you can't get it. I just found it the other day.
It's kind of a plug.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to, you know what?
You're saying how great you are.
Just for staying here, you're going to get to see it.
Oh, Ron says go on. Woo. Beat After Beat. Songwriter, exclamation mark.
People like songs with synthesizers and off-key singing. This is the record for you.
Oh, what a beautiful spot for it, too.
This is a
Just shoved
place
in
of honor.
Uh-huh. Beat After Beat says, I have all my studio tapes on CD. How do you
that's
like
nice.
that? That's fancy.
I like that. My problem is I was a band of one, so it's
Yeah.
very difficult. Very difficult finding somebody to collaborate with.
Also to be in a studio.
Here it is. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I can tell you, I started this around 2000. I've been writing songs for a long time, but I actually decided to put an album together in 2006, 7 somewhere in here. And I worked hard and I wrote and I even started a second album. And then
Gone.
I had absolutely no musical ideas left in the can.
Yeah, this was it.
And I have yet to write another song.
No. Maybe it's time for the anniversary.
We're going on like 15 years. But here it is. You ready? Boom, boom, boom,
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
boom, boom, boom.
This is like a new Duran Duran album reborn.
Wow, there it is.
Wow.
Bum, bum, ba-da-da.
Robot.
Da-da-da-da.
Got all your little songs. I do like the little songs on the back.
Yeah, those are the songs.
Yeah.
The album is called Love and Robots.
Yep.
And that is because there's a song on here called I'm in Love with a Robot.
Yep. Which is great.
You got a great track list here. Lift Off,
Yep.
I'm in Love with a Robot. Oil Shots, who doesn't like that? A cover of Just Can't Get Enough, that's terrible. If I'd Known Then, Dream Job, you know Dream Job.
Woo!
Sarah too.
I like Dream Job because on your YouTube channel there's a guitar version.
Yes, there is.
There
You
is.
can actually see it on this channel. You're
Yeah.
getting a little taste.
Yep. Ron says, wow.
Space Tarzan Boy? Tell me you don't want to hear that.
Yeah. Beat After Beat says, love and robots like love and rockets.
That's sort of what was probably in my head.
Yep.
And it's Love and Robots
Robots.
in the style of Rod Serling.
Robots.
Blockbuster. Anybody remember Blockbuster? Sort of looks like a Blockbuster in here. There's a song about
Yeah.
Blockbuster in here.
Great. That's pretty fresh.
Worthless in Television.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody remember the Intellivision?
Yeah, well.
Not many. Hey, what you doing? Boy, now that's a gem.
That's a classic.
There's real samples in that.
Mm-hmm.
Andromeda.
I don't
That's a
remember
song. That one's cool.
that. I don't remember.
Digital Hug.
Yeah.
And a duet with Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Gay Papa.
Yay.
Yes. It's all here. And nobody cares. And most of these songs, the reason there's a song called Andromeda, I wrote most of these songs on an Alesis Andromeda.
Yeah.
The unicorn synthesizer.
Mm-hmm. Beat After
That
Beat
gave me
says,
a lot
I
of
was on
ideas.
radio stations as far of Texas.
That's outstanding. You know how hard it is to get your stuff played? I remember the first time I heard one of my songs on the radio.
Uh-huh.
It was on the Howard Stern show.
Yep.
They actually played my song. I didn't win the contest because they brought in ringers.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in William Shatner and they
Yeah.
brought in Bob Goulet, which you probably don't know who that is, but
I
he's
know who Bob Goulet is.
a big singer. But my
Mhm.
song was on the Howard Stern show, and I was like, yay,
Yeah.
yay. And then it went nowhere.
Beat After Beat wants to share our CDs together. How do we share our CDs?
Well, you can share mine right now
Yeah.
because you can go on my channel. There's got to be
There's a
some of
few.
those songs on there.
It's some of them. I know Dream Job, the guitar version's on there.
And you get to see me play it too, I think, right?
No, I think it's just a picture, isn't it?
When I'm adding bass to Dream Job, you get to see
Yeah.
me play that. Right?
There you go.
And I'm in Love with the Robots on there. If I'd known then, I'd know then what I know now. I never would have tried to bring you down.
You know what you should do?
That was it.
You should look at when your I'm in Love with the Robot anniversary is and re-release it, similar to what Duran Duran is doing.
I wouldn't even know.
Oh, okay.
I would 2006 or 7. I don't know.
You could see when you post it on YouTube. I think that song's on there.
Yeah, but it was way later because YouTube wasn't even around.
Yeah, but that could be your YouTube anniversary.
Okay,
Nice.
good idea. So people who stick around get to see exciting things like I'm in Love with a Robot.
Ron is drinking coffee to keep awake.
Ron, we don't mean to keep you awake. It just liberty deserves respect.
It's true. And we're not even talking about liberty.
Well, we are. We're talking about Violence of Summer. And Ron, when was the first time you heard Violence of Summer in your impressions? And Miss Carpenter's still here, right?
Oh, I believe so, yes.
If she has a thought on Violence of Summer, I
gotta
remember.
take this sweatshirt off. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm gonna
see you
step over
later.
here. Well, it's just I'm really
Bye-bye,
sweaty.
hot laser brain.
I'm gonna be right here.
I just remember it was so exciting seeing the video and the single, and I was like, yeah. And I knew that somehow I knew this album was coming for quite a
Somebody's
while.
gonna appreciate that right in their ear.
Um,
I'm back.
and it was another one I didn't love the first time I heard it. I had to hear it more.
Uh-huh.
And I think as we talked about it, it's just a different direction. I think I mentioned Phil Collins said, "This is not Duran Duran. This is a little too rude."
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of a raw, rude. The producer they worked with, I guess, worked with the Rolling Stones. I don't know how many Rolling Stones songs you have, but that's like a rock band.
I know what Rolling Stone.
All right, take it
Get
easy.
out of
Take
here.
it easy. When you get late, this laser brain starts melting.
Beat after beat. Just had dinner beef
Oh, that
tenderloin.
sounds delicious.
Woo! Ron says, I've always been on the ball with Duran Duran. It's
Hmm.
true.
Yeah. Well, there's no question. I would take everything you've said has come true.
Well, remember when like Beat After Beat was messing with us earlier, and
Uh-huh.
we were like, "Really?" And he's like, "No."
Ah,
Aw.
yoink. We got yoinked.
Yeah, because we believe these guys because they know what's up. They've proven themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hadn't even I could not believe that Dance Deluxe was even a thing.
Beat After Beat is asking the link to your CD. He doesn't have the whole CD on YouTube. He has some of the songs.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want anybody getting an entire free CD.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you just look on my channel that you're on right now, and you can see "I'm in Love with a Robot."
I'm kind of scrolling back on your page right now.
They're probably pretty deep because they probably would have been the first stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm looking. Don't worry. Just keep talking. I'll work on it.
Okay. Well, then I get excited. Anytime I see my own stuff, I get excited and I start drooling.
I know. I noticed.
So we'll talk about Liberty, the second track, but it's the album title song.
You also
Liberty.
did a cover of "Save a Prayer."
Oh, it's fantastic. Didn't quite get it right though, but it certainly wasn't singing. You cannot sing a Duran Duran song. I believe that.
Yeah, you got Dream Job guitar mix. You got Add Bass to Dream Job. Worthless in Television, I see is here. Andromeda is on here.
I'm in Love with a Robot.
No,
Ooh.
that's Andromeda.
Oh, sorry.
You use the picture, and then you got the original Dream Job. You got ER Trip on here.
Now, ER Trip isn't even on this CD. That was going to be part of the second CD. It just never. The second CD was called. Do you even know?
No.
The Orifice Opus.
Great.
And it died in the middle on the operating table.
Yep. You also got Blockbuster on here.
Blockbuster.
And you got I'm in Love with the Robot. It says
Statue is there. That's a second album that never made it.
It is 13 years ago. It looks like it's the first thing you ever posted on your channel.
Could be.
And
Makes sense.
On your 15-year anniversary is when you got to do
I'm in Love with a Robot.
The re-release. Yeah, right
Maybe
now.
I'll do a live version at the end of all this.
Yeah,
I have to relearn it.
You're at 13 years. Well, you got plenty of time.
By the way, it wasn't hard.
You got plenty of time.
Good. So, Liberty, the title track, that's the term I was looking for. I really like this song. It gives me a Too Late Marlene vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
Yeah.
It's a little, little bouncy, beautiful ballad.
I think they started off good.
What did you think of Liberty?
Liberty? I like Liberty.
You worry about your friends.
Dude,
what if they find
you can't go wrong with Liberty.
How beautiful is that?
You can't go wrong.
Beautiful song.
It's beautiful.
You know what? I'm going to give a salute to Simon Le Bon. Lyrics.
Thank you.
Master.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any other thoughts on Liberty that you can regurge?
I don't remember what else I said before. Problem is, you got me when I was pretty fresh on it.
Well, I mean, you just say it, right? Liberty is great.
I like
And
Liberty.
then we went to Sirius, I believe, or was it Hothead?
Hothead.
Hothead.
This is
Evolution.
This is the one where people said it was kind of silly.
A little silly, a lot of samples,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of George H.W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have heard of George W. Bush,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people have not heard of his dad,
Mm-hmm.
George H.W. Bush, who was the president 10 years before the son was.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of samples on that. And it comes up again later in one of the next songs.
Once again, it's fun.
Yes, it's fun. Hothead Evolution.
Fun.
Hothead. Time will change the picture.
I'm glad we're getting these little covers in between.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're really helping me out.
I got to do something extra because people got to sit through this again.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about the extra 3 tracks. That's what Ron says.
The extra 3 tracks on Liberty.
Is there extra 3 tracks?
There's the story mix. there's Yo Bad Uzi, which I don't consider a song. It's
Okay, great.
essentially a reworking of Is There Something I Should Know? Yo Bad Uzi is really You're About As Easy. You're about as easy as a nuclear war.
You didn't hold up the Liberty album today. Yeah, we
I did.
did.
I did.
We did. We just did it at the start.
We did. It's here.
We should have
There they
waited for
are.
people to show up. But
I didn't. You know what? I didn't think one person was going to show up.
well, there you go. Oh, don't worry. We were showing off. We were talking
Boy.
about how there is no reissue for Liberty.
Yeah, there. As far as I know, there's the regular CD that I bought in 1990, the first day, and the box Gorilla.
Yep.
And that's the only ones I've ever seen. And it deserves a reissue. It's time for a reissue. When they did all those deluxe sets in 2010, I was bummed there wasn't a
Beat after beat.
Liberty.
You don't have to say sorry. It's okay. He loves showing off his.
I'll show it again.
He loves showing his
Listen,
little CDs.
I'm half crazy. I'll pull out the Liberty album. You know what?
I thought you had the vinyl. We don't have the vinyl.
So I'll tell you, I stopped buying vinyl.
At this time.
I had Notorious on vinyl. I did not have Big Thing. I was all in on CDs.
You
I had a CD player in my car. I had a shitbox car, but I had a great CD player. I didn't care if I could hear the music, and I was all CDs. I don't even think I was tapes at that point.
Mm-hmm. Just
I was a
CDs.
CD boy. I had the future. I'm a laser brain, right?
Yeah.
Laser brains, not needle brains.
Yeah.
They're laser brains.
They don't do lasers with records? They
No,
just do
it's
grooves?
needle.
Yeah.
You could have a diamond head,
They got grooves.
but lasers or CDs.
Yeah, not happening.
So that I don't have the Wedding album on vinyl. I don't think I ever bought.
Mm-hmm.
That was a CD. What's next? I think Midazoland is next. No, the Wedding album, Midazoland. I actually have the Midazoland vinyl. I did not buy in the 90s. I bought the reissue here not too long ago. And put that in a frame. I have that. Pop Trash.
I've seen Liberty pre-owned is selling for 300 quid on eBay.
Isn't that something? And I hate buying used records. I have yet to buy a used record that doesn't skip somewhere.
Yeah.
Or sounds like serious. Guess what song that was? Serious.
What was
Liberty.
it? My Antarctica?
Liberty. Hey, you got the joke though.
Yeah.
You're a funny boy.
Thank you.
So I didn't have vinyl all the way through that. And I don't have, I think I have Future Past on vinyl.
Yeah, you do. I've seen
do.
it.
Yeah. I don't think I have Paper Gods on vinyl.
You also got the CD of Future Past right over there.
Yes.
Signed.
I've got a lot of.
We've shown this off before.
Have we?
but yeah, you did once, but we can show it off again. The cool Future
There's
Past.
Future Past. There's Simon went all out on his signature. I want to thank him if he's watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, S.
There you go.
Boy, that needs to be dusted over there, boy.
Yeah.
Hoo-ah!
You gotta take all this stuff down, dust, and put it all back up.
Right.
Yep. And
I'll get
who's
right
gonna
on
do that?
Now, as a special reward for everybody who's watching this restream,
Mm-hmm.
a piece of memorabilia. I've said before, I don't have anything outstanding in my collection. It's only because I've been around a while and I got pretty average stuff.
Well,
So I never toot my own horn.
Some would find it impressive. You have stuff from the original like 80s and 90s.
Maybe, but it's all common stuff. No one is going to be crazy about it, right? I wish I would have bought the Liberty on vinyl and still had that.
Yeah.
Turned out.
Yeah.
I even sold my Arcadia Laserdisc that had all the videos. Somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Yeah. I remember that story.
And then later they did a reissue and it became moot anyway. But
yeah.
I have found a piece of memorabilia. It's one of a kind,
Mhm.
Duran history. And when we get to that record, I'm going to reveal that piece of memorabilia. And no, it is not for sale at any price. That's how important this piece of memorabilia is. And what it is, I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a big surprise.
Okay.
So you want to know? I'm giving you a heads up. Anybody watching this restream, you know it's coming. Anybody else, I'm not going to bring it up again until the time. And you're going to see the memorabilia. And you're not going to believe what you're seeing. And I hate to make people jealous. I'm not that kind of person. I do want to have positivity, but there's no way. People in this room are going to be jealous. and out there in space.
Are you gonna tell me once this video ends?
New. It's gonna be a surprise for you too.
What if I give you $5?
5 ain't gonna do it.
That's all I got.
5
Actually, I
ain't
think I
gonna
have
do it.
$1 in my wallet right now. It's all yours if
More
you
than
tell
I
me.
got.
Oh well.
I might have a quarter.
I have no physical Duran items, Beat After Beat says, and Ron says, I would fill my front living room and 13 stairs and the landings full of Duran.
I would like to see that.
Ooh, Beat After Beat says I'll give you 20 for the information.
Oh, well, we're getting somewhere,
we're
right?
starting to do something.
Pretty soon.
So now we're at $21 people are offering you.
People, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to tell you because then it kills the excitement that's coming up later. You're just going to have to be here every week.
The surprise is worth far more than any money amount, unless it was $1,000.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
Not going to do it. But Ron, I would like to see what you're talking about on your stairs. We have got to figure out how to get people on this thing so we can see it and be more interactive.
Watch a video.
I guess so. But
Dude,
look.
You're on
I watched the
YouTube.
video and look what I did. I erased the whole goddamn thing.
You are on YouTube 90% of the time. You can't look up how to invite people to the live.
I'm really good at watching videos,
Uh-huh.
not so good at making videos.
Okay.
Or understanding that everything is so weird. Everything is hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you give me a computer, people always come to me with their computer problems. I understand how a Windows computer works, and I can figure that out. This stuff, everything is hidden. So nothing's intuitive with buttons or any of it. I just like, huh?
Beat After Beat says put us on StreamYard. I don't know what that is.
StreamYard, so that must be a program?
Maybe.
We should look at that, StreamYard.
The
problem is we finish these and we can't remember shit.
Yeah. Well.
StreamYard, how do I remember that?
Write it down.
Yeah, do you see a pen or a pencil here?
Well, there's a phone right here.
All right, type it in.
StreamYard.
StreamYard. And then people can come in and we can actually have a conversation. And I would
Professional live streaming and recording studio for your browser.
Ooh.
I don't know how you do it there because we're working off your phone.
Yeah, we're working off a phone. But that's our best camera.
But
I don't really have a computer camera.
There you go, StreamYard.
Maybe there's...
You activated her.
Sorry. I don't have a webcam.
You're still activating her. I mean, I do, but mine's not very good.
Are you talking about on your laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some of those. I don't even know where they are.
Not the best. Maybe
I don't have a problem. Now, I had a very special webcam coming, and somehow...
It got sent somewhere else.
The people here, some of them are amazing at hitting you right at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And it got sent off somewhere else.
Beat After Beat says he has a webcam. So we're trying. We're doing our best.
We're going to figure out. We'll find out if... What is it called? Live stream?
StreamYard.
If StreamYard has a iOS.
Yeah, or you could also just order another webcam.
I could.
I could
do that. But then when we're over there and stuck over there, how are we even going to fit over there?
Well, if you have a webcam, isn't it different from the computer? Maybe you could connect it to the computer and then have it sitting over here.
Like a long wire?
Yeah, you think about that? Listen, I'm a thinker.
I'm not sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, me neither, hon.
Well, computer, what is your favorite song off of the Liberty album?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, then you and I are going to have a problem.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. It's not easy to run StreamYard. You see,
we need something easy. We need... imagine you know how to work StreamYard. We need the caveman version of that.
Ron says my technology is blowing my head off.
Just a couple of two, we're hitting bones together. Huh?
Exactly.
Saber tooth. Serious?
Yeah.
We talk about serious?
This is the one I like the circus motifs in the video.
The video is very good. It's very, very circus motif, very on brand for the single.
Now Beat After Beat says, it's easy to run StreamYard. It's easy, super easy. He's trying to get you to do StreamYard.
Listen, I'm certainly gonna make it a Harvard try.
Yeah. Well, if he ever orders another webcam, we'll definitely talk about it.
Well, I mean, there are cameras still boxed up over there. I don't know if they're webcams.
The
one I got, people were saying it's too like a fisheye, and it's like a wide angle lens.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't
You can get your office in here.
get the whole room in there.
You'd probably like that.
And Ron, if you show me yours, I will show you mine.
I don't like this game.
Because I have some memorabilia up on the wall that might be interesting to some people to see.
Beat After Beat just says, I want to know what Ron looks like.
Yeah, that would be nice too. And just
Yeah.
have a normal conversation
There you go.
instead of texting little tidbits. But I have to tell you, I'm enjoying the tidbits as well.
Yeah, tidbits are fun. Well, it's nice because you can sit there and talk, and then occasionally I'll throw in a little tidbit we get from the audience.
I have to say, I would prefer to actually get to talk to people.
Yeah, I'm
like FaceTime.
I think we got a good thing going on here, and I think you're playing with
change.
fire. You're playing with fire.
I've gone through 6 albums now, and I want to change.
Uh-huh.
I want to make it better, stronger, faster. Anybody know where I stole that from?
The problem is, every time we try something new, something bad happens.
Listen, that you're talking about mankind and the push forward.
Yeah.
Talk about evolution.
I don't have a push forward for this.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm gonna listen to the music. I'm gonna talk about it.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, I signed a
guess
contract.
it's gonna be up to me. Serious, the song, you like the video. I said before, the hook is absolutely genius. And I said, you didn't say this. I said this.
Beat After Beat says $6 Million Man.
He's right.
Yep.
He's right on the button. By the way, did anybody out here listen to Thomas Dolby? Must know who he is. There's no way you're listening to Duran and not know Thomas
Ron
Dolby.
says he's ugly.
Ron, we're all ugly.
Then he says, lol, joking. If you're on,
we're all beautiful.
if you're on Facebook, you will see me. Well,
I have
maybe you can
Facebook.
Yeah, you can
I
find
call it Facebox, but
you can
yeah.
find Ron Farney.
UK hero of the hospital.
Yep. Hero of the hospital, #1 Duran fan.
It's got me beat, and I'm not going to even try to pretend I'm in the same league.
Beat After Beat says, yes, I have a playlist on Dolby.
On Dolby. Okay, so you obviously know what the $6 Million Man is.
Uh-oh.
There's no way if you know $6 Million Man, you don't know that theme. That themes used to be iconic on TV shows. Now they're just throwaway garbage. But I have a theory, and when I met Dolby, I forgot to ask him.
You blew
I was thinking a little bit, was I going to be rude? Because I'm almost accusing him of plagiarism.
Dolby System. Ron says, bless ya.
So there is a song that's very popular from Thomas Dolby. No, not the science one. The one about the submarines. One of our submarines is missing. And I'm telling you, that synth riff in that song sounds like it's lifted from the $6 Million Man. And there is an episode of $6 Million Man entitled, One of Our Linebackers is Missing. Now, was that the seed? Is it a direct rip? This is my theory, but it's unconfirmed. And Tom is always a little sensitive. I've talked to him a few times. I just can't bring it up. I don't want to insult the guy.
Dolby was invented by Tom Dolby.
Right. They had a lawsuit against each other, too.
Yeah.
In fact, Thomas Dolby has a pretty interesting book, and I read that. And in it, he talks about how he was sued and in a room, and I guess the guy who invented Dolby really laid into him in the meeting. And he's more, he's a British sort of proper, reserved. So, I mean, you say anything, Americans are like brutes. They, the English get shocked by bad behavior.
Yeah.
And we're all bad behavior.
Yeah. We are violence in summer.
Yeah, we're loudmouths.
You're going back some years, Ron says. And Beat After Beat says, yes, he just came out with a book.
That's the second book. It didn't look, I don't know what else he had to say because that first book was very thorough.
Yeah.
The first book went through all of his music and all of his time in Silicon Valley. What else is there to talk about?
I don't know.
He even claims that he worked with the guy who invented the, what's the thing that plays music? It's not your phone. It's your phone now, but it used to be called something else. And it wasn't a phone.
Tape recorder?
Tape recorder. and it was an MP3 player. iPod, I think it was
I know what an
called.
iPod is.
He claims the guy he worked with invented that, and what's his name ripped it off.
No, well, there you go. You get upset at me because I said tape recorder. You weren't giving me much
Well,
information.
tape recorder.
You,
Shit.
just like
Yeah,
that.
no, it's a little more futuristic. So Sirius, I think, is one of the best Duran Duran songs ever. I would put that in the. It's got to be in the top 10. I don't know how you'd sort those, but as I said before, Sirius rises above Liberty and flies away. It's in the. What do you say? It's in
Stratosphere.
the stratosphere, the ethos,
Yeah.
the stream of consciousness, the never die.
Mhm. It's good stuff. Stuck in your ear.
Yep. Earworm. Thank you,
Earworm.
Warren. Cucarulo.
Cucarillo.
Who's next?
All along the water. I don't like
All
it.
Along the Water.
I don't like it.
You know what? We're not going to even do that jive best song, worst song, sleeper, because we've already said it. But
I'm gonna say it again.
so am I. I'm going to tell you right now. You don't even have to watch till the end. Sirius is the best song on this record by far.
That's what I said.
All Along the Water is the worst song on this record because we're not counting that B-side story mix of Violence of Summer. That's a
Yeah.
little too. I don't. That's not really coloring in the lines for me. And the sleeper was. What was my sleeper? I think it was My Antarctica. And I know.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of a cheesy sleeper
yeah,
because
yours
we
was
all know it.
Sucky. Yeah.
And it was going to be a single, but I'm talking about Surface People, the Hungry Like the Wolf crowd, who's very surface, going through the singles. They go, oh, single series. If they got to Liberty, even.
Yeah.
I debate whether they would ever get there. But if they were there, try My Antarctica. I know it wasn't a single, but it is a beautiful song, and it's cannot be missed.
And mine was Read My Lips.
Read My Lips. And we haven't
Right.
even got to that one yet, but
Yep.
yeah. So, All Along the Water, I don't know what's going on with that song. It's, a little rude. It's got kind of an okay beat and everything.
I like
To me,
rude,
sounds
but it's
unfinished.
not great. Yeah.
It sounds like a song that they were like, hey, well, the album's got to be finished. Okay,
Throw on that.
let's throw that. That seems to me like a
Slight dip in the album.
I mean, again, I've said rather than no Duran Duran, I like some Duran Duran. And so I'm happy All Along the Water exists, but it is not the top cream on this record.
I agree with that.
Who do we have after All
My
Along?
Antarctica, your sleeper.
That's my sleeper.
Quote unquote.
That is a beautiful song, and the synthesizer playing on that is excellent.
One of the slower songs that I enjoy.
Yeah, and very Ron, if you know what that song means. My guess would be it's a relationship that's kind of frozen over. We discussed it, but I didn't hear their theories.
My Antarctica?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't know that. We talked about first impressions.
Right. I'm talking about My Antarctica. What is it? Am I correct? Is this a love affair that's gone cold?
Yeah, I can't remember if we got the story about My Antarctica or first impression. I think it was first impression. We got the story about what British men do.
British men have a problem with the first impression of getting in fights and one night stands.
Yep.
And I am definitely down for 50% of that.
Yep. I like
Maybe I
one
could
night
get that
stands.
going here in Arkansas.
Yeah, you think that's a good idea?
We have a place called Hot Tails and Cocktails. You see that on the freeway?
No.
You drive by there. I don't know what's going on in there, but it looks like a dive bar.
Oh, sounds like you're right up your alley.
You can't miss it. It's huge.
Meanwhile, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's huge. You don't really drive that road as much as I do.
That's possible.
It's huge.
Huge.
Hot Tails and Cocktails.
Yeah.
Or Cocktails and Hot Tails. One of those two.
Beat After Beat is asking if it's a gentleman's club.
No, there's no gentleman in there. This looks like this place looks like what's a double wide or it's almost like
Trailer park?
It's I don't know what it's made out of. It don't look like anything I understand.
I've got this in MP3 player and all the other albums I'm going to listen to Liberty tomorrow on my way back and from. So car ride.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I love Liberty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from work. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I got what you're picking. I got what you're throwing down, Ron.
You're picking up what he's throwing down.
That's what I was trying to go for.
I understand. You're
Thank you.
still stuck on hot tails and cocktails.
Yeah, I'm sure. Apparently, you've been
Uh,
holding on to that for a while, so.
who wants to know a fun fact of Arkansas, the town I'm in?
No one!
I'll give you one.
Okay.
If you can believe it, this is a dry county.
I didn't know this.
Yes, it's dry. You cannot go into a store and purchase alcohol.
So is Conway.
Yes, Conway,
It's
you're
also
whatever
dry.
county that is. I can never remember.
It's like 40 minutes away and it's still dry.
That is dry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so like, listen, I don't drink.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah.
But it's still weird to me that there would be a place in America where you couldn't buy a drink.
I think the closest place you can go from Conway to get drinks is Maumelle, which is like 30 minutes away.
You just go
Sort of
down
in the
to-
direction of Little Rock.
Yeah. You just go down to Jacksonville. They got 2 liquors
Do they really? I didn't know Jacksonville.
right before you leave. It's a last chance liquor.
Ron Parney wishes they toured this album. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
We
thing we
do.
talked about. Not a great idea. And I remember seeing interviews with Warren going, you know, this time we're not going to tour. It was getting a little too predictable. We're just going to put out the album. That didn't work.
Yeah, I can
Not
imagine.
a good idea. I think this album, what we talked about, we think this album was rushed because there are the Liberty demos
There's so many things going on, too.
that it's a completely different album. And it looks like they just made a left turn all of a sudden and all those songs got left. And luckily there's some around. The demos I remember are not very finished either.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as Seven of the Ragged Tiger demo, but
Oh, I missed that.
not polished.
I told you I was sad I didn't get that.
But listen, there's hope, right?
No, there's not.
Maybe in this box set. Maybe that's what they're holding back. You told me once a second chance is not worth waiting for. A million chances later, you don't know how right you were.
Hello?
God,
Is that you?
do you like my singing?
Uh-huh. Sure, that's what he's saying.
So Liberty, I said, sounds rushed to me. And the idea of not touring was not a good idea. I don't know if you know this or not. The Big Thing Tour went on for a long time.
Yeah, so then it was...
And
This was like their breather in between.
they claim that they were so charged up from those live shows that they wanted to go right into the studio and write songs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they hired Sterling and Warren officially. And they were all excited. And then they got this album that people did not fawn over for the first
Beat
time.
After Beat's going to be right back,
Okay.
just so you know. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we're asking people to watch this again, so
yeah.
please, you got things to do. I understand. I just couldn't leave this without some mention of Liberty. I couldn't let it die.
Ron's asking if I listened to New Moon. I did not. I still haven't listened to New Moon.
What are you doing?
I went and took a nap.
I think you would really, actually, we should listen to that together
Okay.
right after this. I should have, it's so, you don't know the 12-inch for New Moon on Monday, but to me, and Ron will tell me if he feels the same way. Do you get the same vibe as the 12-inch on how this starts? I mean, it's not as long, but the vibe is very, to me, very 12-inch single, and then it starts to build, and he's singing a few notes. He actually hits a high note that I don't think he quite is right. And I know, listen, what do I know? I'm tone deaf. And then the song builds, and then you're almost back to New Moon on Monday. And you can hear their touring singers. Is it Rachel O'Connor? And
I gotta get on it.
Anna
Ron,
Ross.
I'm gonna try.
Anna Ross. You can hear them singing. They add a lot to it. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm most impressed with on this new version is Nick Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's using the same rocket sounds,
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
but if they're not, they are dead on.
Well, there you go.
You hear it, and you're just like, wow.
I'm taken right back.
And of course, with this version of the song, you get to hear some proper diction. Lonely satellite.
Lonely satellite.
He lets you know. The word is satellite, not lonely side of life.
Well, I'm pretty
He
excited.
hits you hard with it.
I like I said, The only reissue I bought was Seven and the Ragged Tiger, so it shows I'm a big fan of most of those songs.
Sometimes you got to shake up the picture with the lizard mixture. Must be done.
Okay.
If you don't do it, you're going to be regretting.
Uh-huh.
So we left off with, I think we did First Impression. That's where we found out.
Yeah, that's the story we learned.
And I told you, not my favorite.
Guys got problems.
You like it because it jams.
Yep.
And it does jam.
I like a good jam.
To me, I don't understand
Strawberry,
it. So
grape, I like it all.
that's one of those songs that doesn't touch my soul.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. I can tell you that because there are plenty of soul grabbers on this record.
And then I of course I like Read My Lips. I already said
So that's
that.
next.
Yeah.
So Read My Lips, fun song.
Love it.
Nick's got some fun sounds in there.
Read My Lips.
George H.W. Bush
No
line, famous.
taxes.
Read my lips, no new taxes.
Ooh,
And
Ron's
then-
favorite person is Nick Rhodes.
Yes, I like Nick.
Yeah.
The problem is I like them all though.
I like them all.
Um,
I like Nick and I like Simon and I like the guitar guy. I'm
Dom.
learning. Yeah.
yeah, Dom's good too.
Yeah.
If I was gonna have a conversation with one, if I could only pick one to have a conversation with, I'd probably get the most out of Nick Rhodes.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm very interested in synthesizers. I
Yep.
find him very interesting.
Yep. I would talk to Simon.
Simon, he's a good choice.
He's the main one.
And you know what? Something tells me I would probably get along with
After Beat's
Roger
back.
pretty well.
What,
Beat.
what instrument does he play?
Drums. How dare
Drums?
you? Get out of here.
Well, I don't know. I told you I knew one or two names.
Mhm.
I like vibes, not a big name guy.
Roger gives off a vibe of an all-around good guy.
Ooh, Beat After Beat's not a big Dom fan.
Really?
How do you like that?
That's spicy.
Yeah, well, that's why I shared it. I like to share the.
Let me tell you
fun
what I
bits.
like about Dom. Andy Taylor takes off for a second time.
Mhm.
Dom steps in and comes in clutch.
Yep.
And that guy seems to understand music on a different level, where you tell him what the chords are in the song and how does it go, and you hum it to him and he can play it.
Well, Beat After Beat prefers Andy and Warren.
Another
All
listen,
three.
I'm not going to argue that point.
Yeah.
Warren is something else. Andy, when I probably should I tell this story?
What
It's
story?
too soon, but I went to the reunion tour. There was,
Mhm.
I think it was 10 or 11 shows. I
Okay.
flew to Vegas to see the show. I missed Andy Taylor the first time around. Too
Mhm.
young, didn't have any money.
Yeah.
There was something special about seeing them on stage playing those songs.
Yeah. I can imagine.
There was, and it was very electric. And I'm sad that they're not doing more. I would love for them to bring Andy back on stage and do some of these songs.
Mhm.
Will he show up at Madison Square Garden? I would love that.
I love them all, but Nick Rhodes is amazing. I've met him several times.
Mhm.
He loves his fans. And then Beat After Beat says Warren is from Missing Persons. I love
Mhm.
Missing Persons.
Mm-hmm.
Ron says Don Brown is amazing guitar blah, 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 player. There's a little guitar emoji, so I
That's pretty good.
I added sound effects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I had a thought there and it slipped out of my head.
Oh, sorry.
Say it again.
Which part?
Nick Rhodes is a very nice guy. He loves his fans.
He loves his
and
fans. Warren is from Missing Persons.
Warren is from Missing Persons. I don't know if you know Missing Persons. Have you heard that song "Nobody Walks in L.A."?
No.
Walking in L.A. Only a nobody walks in L.A.
I don't know.
That's a fun song.
Okay, well,
That one's for free. Enjoy that.
yeah. Next
Probably
time you
won't hear
gotta
it again.
pay. Mm-hmm.
Probably won't hear that again.
Yep.
I think the lead singer was Dale Bozzio.
Ooh.
So that band sort of broke up around this time, Notorious time. So that's how Warren was able to jump ship.
Yep.
I heard they tried to get back together at some point. Warren seemed to hint that there's a personality issue.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of personality issues, did anybody see Porno for Pyros, the clip today? Perry Farrell is pissed off at Dave Navarro for some unknown reason.
Mm-hmm.
And starts walking up to him as he's playing. Dave's not even looking. He's down here playing like this, and he comes by and he gives him like a check. And then he's like, what? And then the two start looking at each other, and then the lead singer, Perry Farrell, tries to start beating his ass. And they had to be
great.
pulled apart by roadies, and my understanding is the concert was over.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time they've played together in 14 years.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about personality conflicts. I have no idea what that guy was pissed about, but it was real and raw.
Something. Beat After Beat says Warren is from Frank Zappa school.
Yes.
Dale and Terry Bozzio also Frank Zappa school.
Right. So Warren credits Frank Zappa with giving him his love for music and teaching him things and sort of his mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Zappa, I've never been a big fan. He's more avant-garde and out there.
Mm-hmm.
I like more song structure.
Yep.
But he's definitely an interesting pop culture character. Probably hasn't filtered down to you, right? You know, have you ever heard of Frank Zappa?
The name sounds very familiar. It's
So maybe it's blowing around there.
I can't think of.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm saying it, I don't think I could think of one Frank Zappa song.
Well, I'll take a peek
Although
here.
I definitely know Moon Unit's song.
Oh, Joe's Garage is the Beat Zappa album. I know. So I just learned about Joe's Garage recently.
How did you learn about that?
Some kid in my class, I was talking about a band I liked, and he says, you should check out Joe's Garage. And he gave me a few song recommendations, and
it was Frank Zappa?
Frank Zappa.
Did you listen?
I listened to 2 of them.
So, well, how was the song structure? He's pretty out there, right?
He's pretty out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it was fun.
But, so he mentored Warren, but Warren has also been given a gift from God.
Uh-huh.
That sort of playing is not, you learn, you practice, you get better, but it is also something intangible there that, I would put Warren up there with
Thank you, Frank. That's exactly the information I needed. I know exactly
I
who
put
that
him up
is.
there with he's in the air of Eddie Van Halen. I really can't think of any other guitar players I would put up that high. Because Eddie was an innovator and a good player.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking on here. I wanted to see what those 2 songs were, so I could kind of. I know one was Catholic Girls.
Okay, I might have heard that.
And then the other one I think was Joe's Garage, like the song.
Right.
I think there was like a bunch of parts to it, but the one I saw, it was like really good.
It's hard to put into a category. And he was a provocateur. He did stuff too, like Andy Kaufman. Have you ever heard that name?
Familiar.
He's another guy who just likes to mess with people and mess with the system and call it out for what it is. Those are the kind of people you want in your society. Sometimes they wake you up and open up your mind a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, those were wild songs. So.
And do yourself a favor. Look for Moon Units.
Moon Unit?
Moon Unit Zappa. It's his daughter. Her real name is Moon Unit.
I kind of like that.
She had a hit single.
Ooh. Moon what?
Moon Unit.
Unit.
Zappa.
Zappa Valley Girl?
That's it. Valley Girl. Valley Girl. She doesn't really sing in that one, right? She just goes, oh my God. Gag me with a spoon.
I'm listening to it.
Yeah. Don't get us copyright struck, though.
Well, I'm putting it in my ear, not for you.
Well, you never... I have no idea how YouTube works, what they hear and what they find objectionable. What song were we on? We were on Read My Lips and then Venice Drowning. I like the groove in that song.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I found my new favorite song.
I don't know what it's about, but I like that.
Oasis got back together.
I did see that. In fact, they're already taking bets on how fast it will implode.
And apparently he was calling Simon Le Bon everything under the sun.
Well, I don't know what that means, but if it's negative, he can kiss my ass.
Yeah, well,
and
that's what it sounds like.
He can kiss my ass, and it is good enough to kiss. I don't want to hear any negativity thrown. I've heard a lifetime of shade thrown on Duran Duran.
Yeah, it happens.
And I'm not interested. And listen, I don't like to be negative, and this is a positive channel, but if I'm pushed, I do have a lot of thoughts on Oasis and their whole whatever.
Yeah, Joe's Garage is a 6-minute song. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that.
How dare you to criticize Simon Le Bon?
Yeah.
I'll go William Shatner all over you.
I'm gonna get you.
A bruise for you.
That wasn't what I was going for, but I kind of like you took it there.
Venice Drowning, like that song? Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Sort of. Well, not
Yeah.
quite right, but.
You missed Can You Deal With It? Did you say Can
Oh,
You
yeah, I
Deal
know. I did. I like Can You Deal With It? Can you deal with it when you ain't sorry? Working up to something. I know
Hey,
you're
Lord
up to
Davos is
something.
here.
Oh,
He says Shatmere.
yay. Do you know why he says Shatmere?
Why?
Because he said that.
He did?
For a while, we were very in tuned, and if anybody said anything even slightly wrong, you
Yeah.
got hammered.
And it's just, that's what it is.
Yes. And one time we had a face off,
Mm-hmm.
and we were throwing every mistake we had ever made or said at each other.
Mm-hmm.
What was funny is I guess, it turns out I had one more than he did, and he actually broke. His facade broke, and he had to laugh and concede. Britney Spoons is what I won on.
I like Britney Spoons.
He said Britney Spoons. Sorry. And he actually makes one up. He says I said Popoy instead of Popeye. And it's fake, and he's just pretended it's been real all these years. Whatever.
Popoy is Thomas's claim to fame.
See?
Yeah,
Fake.
he said that before you said that, so.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news, Britney Spoons.
Come
Fake
on,
news.
Britney Spoons. I love Britney Spoons, actually. How come you never told me that story?
Well, that's a hard one. Those are ones you had to have been there, right?
I love Britney Spoons.
Yeah, well, listen. It's funny you should.
Now you just imagine a song with Britney Spoons.
Mm-hmm. I wrote a song.
About Britney Spoons?
By the way, this whole conversation, I wrote a song called
Uh-oh.
I think he was pontificating one time, and he started talking about what was going to be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he used the term, in 100 years this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this happened. I thought, well, who the fuck of us are going to be around in 100 years? You can say anything, and it's unprovable.
Exactly.
So that's where it started. And there's a song about that. I don't know where it is.
Ron says, it's a waste of time. He called Simon Le Bon everything I can't use is bad language. He's a total... Isn't knob a bad word?
Knob?
Knob?
Oh, knob, yeah.
Yeah, well...
Bob on my knob, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
To be offended by someone, you have to respect them in the first place. So I do not. So say whatever you want.
There you go.
Just like this. Take care, brush
Bell
your hair.
end?
Who's bell end?
Lord Davos says bell-end.
Bell end.
Bell end.
Okay, I'm going to put that in my memory book. I have no idea what that means.
Okay, well, I'm just...
Well, write that down.
We'll get to it later.
Okay, I'm not getting that. But Oasis, there is zero chance in this world that tour keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are going to kill each other. Talk about hate.
Yep. Well, there you go.
And speaking of hate...
Oh, Ron has got to be going.
Okay, Ron, I know it's the middle of the night. You probably got to work.
He's been working 22 hours, and I'm back up in 4 hours.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry that we kept you up.
Yeah, Ron, you don't have to. We're doing the same stuff.
Yeah, we're doing the same. You've been here twice.
Yep.
Thank you for your service.
Yep.
And God bless you. Get some sleep.
Get some real good sleep.
Change the world. Make the UK a better place.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Good night and God bless.
There you go. Okay, come on. Let's wrap this up.
So we're going to go to downtown.
Downtown.
All of the way down.
Davos says aloha, Ron.
Ah, aloha.
Isn't that hello and goodbye? What?
I'm trying to remember where that's from. Aloha. Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Hawaii?
You think?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
There's a proper way to say Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii. Did you know that?
I know you lived in Hawaii.
I think Nick was born there too.
Used...
He's actually Hawaiian.
Remember I talked to you about dialect? That same class I was talking about earlier where we're talking about language? I had to ask you guys, like, where you guys grew up, what slang you guys used, and you told me about Hawaii.
Hawaii is a very interesting place because there is their own vibe, their own, just like here in the South, you got people you can know, hey, they're from the South. You hear somebody speaking in Hawaii, you're going to know. They got a way about doing things. And I will tell you, The very best thing I ever heard in Hawaii when I was there
Mhm.
that never left my brain. Sometimes people say stuff that sticks in your brain.
Mhm.
And I was in this place, it was a restaurant, and you waiting for your food and you got a number, right?
Mhm.
And the guy, totally straight, no bullshit,
Mhm.
went up to the cashier or whatever, he'd been waiting a while, and he said, "What number me?
Yeah.
What number
Number me.
me?" Never forgot that.
Yep.
Instead of "what is my number,"
What number me?
"what number me?"
Beat After Beat is asking, has Duran ever played Hawaii?
They did.
Mm.
And it's actually a lot longer than I just saw the thing the other day. I remember like it was fresh in my mind,
Yeah.
but it actually happened quite a while ago.
Oh, look at
But
you.
they did.
2017.
Yeah, took them a while,
Yeah.
but they did it. And I'd already left, so that was a problem.
Yeah.
Bit offended by that. I remember an interview with Nick Rhodes or someone I was talking. I can't remember. It's hard to keep it straight, but Nick Rhodes said he was asked, "Why do you never play Hawaii?" And the answer was, "They don't buy our records.
Oh, well, there you go.
We go where we sell records." So apparently in Arkansas, we do not buy their records.
Yeah, that
I do.
checks out. Well, you're one guy in Arkansas.
Listen,
Possibly. Oh, because Miss what's her name?
Carpenter.
Miss Carpenter is also in Arkansas. Didn't we learn that?
I don't think so. Is she?
Yeah, didn't we learn somebody who was
Aloha,
with
Carpenter.
us was also in Arkansas,
Mhm.
and that's why it was exciting.
Well, I will tell you, Stevie Nicks thinks Arkansas is good.
Mhm.
Cat Williams thinks Arkansas is good enough to play.
Mhm.
Snoop, Doggy Dog, thinks Arkansas is good enough to play with. And the Paw Patrol show.
Yeah.
Okay? So get off your high horse and play here.
I'm gonna look at who else is coming up in Arkansas. It's gonna be exciting.
Dave Gatto, I think. Whatever the hell his name is.
Joe Gatto.
Joe Gatto.
He
I
was
saw
here.
that. So how the hell was I at a Joe Gatto show?
Oh, Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie.
That's
More
pretty
human
cool.
than human.
Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo. Now that
Ooh.
don't know that one.
Megan Trainor's coming here.
Megan Trainor.
That's pretty exciting.
About 15 years too late, but okay.
I mean, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
It's all about that bass, right?
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims. All right, so not everybody great comes. Maybe Teddy's great. I just don't know him.
Yeah, none of these other things look familiar at all. I'm letting you know.
You don't know Teddy Swims?
I don't know Teddy Swims.
Past tense?
That's why I said that one, because it was fun.
No, Teddy swam would be past tense. Teddy
Yeah.
swims. That's
He's
a verb,
currently.
action.
Yep.
Sorry. Well, I'm stupid.
Yep. Yep.
Lord Davos, you got a new one. I don't know my tenses.
Well, that's not as bad as
There was a guy I worked with. He'd write his reports, and I would have to read them. And he would jump tenses in the same sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It was so aggravating. Every time I pointed out to the guy, because the reports had to be proper,
Mm-hmm.
he gets so irritated. No, it's not. That's how you say it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Bye.
Whatever.
Get out. Fix it.
Okay, you were talking about Downtown.
Downtown is the last track on this album, and I like it.
I like it too.
Why do I like it? Because it's rude.
Yep. I
It's
like
fun.
rude. I like fun.
It reminds me of Down in Hollywood.
I like Down in Hollywood.
Suckers are getting jacked.
I love Bruno.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we just learned basically it was about going downtown in the city at night or something.
Yeah,
like
Ron, not Ron, Beat After Beat mentioned it
Yeah.
might be Detroit, but then that's when he had us on the hook.
Yeah, that's he
in
got
Detroit.
us.
But it could have been.
We got.
Could have been.
I mean, it still
Detroit.
could be
Could be. Where, the Bronx?
anywhere.
Could be Hollywood.
Kansas City.
I don't know about that.
I heard they're pretty crimey over there.
I don't know.
I heard some news.
I don't know. Kansas is my favorite.
I love it. It's
I
my
don't know. It's my favorite.
favorite.
I understand, and I don't know if this is true, so I'm not making a comment, but I understand Dallas, the Fort Worth area,
Mhm.
real shithole.
Oh Oh, great.
You don't ever want to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
I don't know.
It's my favorite.
But people have said it's a real shithole. I have a hard time believing it, but
Guess we're gonna find out.
I don't know.
Maybe one day we'll visit.
That'd be nice.
That'd be,
Actually, I have a trip planned.
Really? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I will be there. I will find out firsthand.
So maybe you should try going downtown to see if it's really like what Simon says.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Anytime Simon says, you
Way
gotta
to-
do it.
Way to grow the channel, Lord Davos says.
Way to grow the channel. I'm not sure what that means.
Beat After Beat says not downtown Los Angeles! Exclamation mark.
Downtown Los Angeles. I spent a lot of time in downtown Los Angeles. As long as it wasn't night, it was fine.
Beat After Beat says Skid Row been through there.
Skid Row, back when I was growing up, that was like, ooh,
Skid
There's
Row.
some bums on there. Now the whole fucking city is bums.
Yeah.
There's bums from Skid Row all the way down to Huntington Beach.
32 blocks. Lord Davos asks, is that chicken?
Ah, he's doing a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
I was at this is speaking of being out late and at night. That's where nonsense happens. I think it was a Der Wiener Schnitzel. Might have been the gas station. That might have been. I can't. There was some kind of bum there, and I can't remember. I think it was a friend of mine, Jeremy, had that thing or whatever. Anyway, the bum is trying to figure out how to get the food out of his hand, and the bum goes. The bum looks at him and goes, "What? What is that, chicken? Let me have a bite of that motherfucker." You listen.
At that point, I think you got to give it to him.
Give the guy points, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least he tried.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long ago. I was at a 7-Eleven, and I pull up, and I listen. I could, if I have one talent, and I have none. If I have one talent, it's to spot a jerk off a mile away. I'm pulling up to this thing. I have to go here. I can't remember why I've got to go in there, but I have to go in there. And I see this guy over on a payphone. Now, that red flag number one. What are you doing on a payphone?
Yeah.
I'm getting out. I just know this guy has trouble. I'm getting out. He starts doing this. Whoa! He's holding the receiver, but clearly there's no one on the phone. Well, I don't know what to do. I'm out here stranded. I don't got gas. I gotta go pick up my goddamn daughter. I don't know. And I'm just going, oh, this guy's gonna ask for gas money. He's giving me a play.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I'm walking. Hey. Got any gas money? No. ATM card, sorry. All right. All deflated.
Yeah.
But he gave me a little show. I guess I
Yeah.
should have given him the money for the show.
Yeah. I mean, you got a free show.
But what's better than chicken? Is that chicken?
That's pretty good.
It's a good call. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Well, that's why we got Lord Davos here.
So can we talk about the story mix of Violence of Summer?
Best music I've heard and about. I mean, since I've been born. That's like number one.
It is almost impossible. And in fact, before I heard this, I would have said it is impossible to say that there is a cool fly riverbed.
I love cool.
I don't think you've ever seen a riverbed.
I assume it's riverish.
It's a giant constructed sewer where you have all of these in LA. There's just houses upon houses. You've never seen these many. I mean, they're just every square inch is a house and shit and strip mall and donuts and whatever it is. And right in the middle of this son of a bitch is a giant, this almost the size of like half of a freeway, a 2-lane highway.
Oh, I've
It's
seen those
huge.
in like movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a car chase in one of them.
There's a car chase in one of them, and then also in like video games, I feel like I've driven on a riverbed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, if you play Grand Theft Auto, you probably saw it.
Probably.
And there's a stream of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think literally. I think they have to put that in things. But it's water you don't want to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Going all the way down to the ocean. But then when it rained heavy, that thing would fill up.
Yep.
You fell in there, you were fucked.
Yep.
You're gone. You're not coming out of there because it was bad. I think what the kids say is bad
Bad
news. That's what it was. Riverbed. Cool, fly, riverbed.
Good. Beat After Beat says next week's show is going to be huge. I can feel it. And Beat After Beat says I stayed on Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah,
Very
fancy.
Sunset Boulevard. This is where the Tower Records is,
Yeah.
and other things.
But the
But
Tower.
I remember the Tower Records because that's where I was.
Yep.
And that's where I got into the fight with the manager of the store. I
Yep.
actually called Capitol Records on him.
You've told the story before.
Have I? On this
Yeah.
channel?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so then
You probably told it twice.
Hey, listen. You heard Karen?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to getting my $3 off my CD, I'm a Karen.
Yeah.
I've got my coupon.
The male version is the Darren.
Darren? I
Darren.
hadn't heard that.
Well, now you're Darren.
Was
Those are
I was the
male
OG
Karens.
Darren.
Yeah.
I want my coupon.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I lost that. I actually talked to a guy at Capitol Records. He told me, so the guy ain't gonna do it. He said, "You're going to get to see a concert. Why are you being a cheap bastard?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I've got a coupon."
Where's my coupon?
Well, I had the coupon. He wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Can't win every battle. I lost that one. Good show though.
All right.
And that's gonna do it. So we apologize for the reshove.
Yeah. We already did
Had
this
to be.
earlier.
And I can tell you that I'm not gonna turn this off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna be the one that switches it to private, and I'm not gonna touch it.
Well,
I'm not gonna screw it.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. We're leaving. Enjoy. We'll see you next week at 1 o'clock.
We made it. Yay.
And we will talk about the Phoenix rising from the ashes.
Wedding album?
The wedding album.
That's the one. All right, ready?
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Laser brain. Woo.